Hi guys. I don't know, Damnation, mate. I'm not getting carried away with the assets. I must admit. I'm gonna. What I'll do is I'll hit an 86. I think, and we'll play it by ear. I'm not really. Seems a bit laggy, doesn't it? Let's have a try. This could go bad, by the way. This could go very bad. Oh, come on. Just ramping up your apologies is the hard bit sometimes. Okay, here we go. Let's try some of these HCs and see what they're like. Oh, well, that's reasonable. Well, that's as expected. Okay, is that the S set damage reduction, is it? Because if it is, we can flip to the A sets, but I mean, I don't mind losing a couple of fleets, but it's not the damage I'm worried about, it's the rate of fire and the distance they can fire that bugs me. I wonder if they can get these things auto with a macro. Can I get them going or what? No, I haven't got ship 1 turned on, have I? Let's look at that. So this is obviously an 86, which is just the A sets, which I think was about 2 point something million points. And in all honesty, if I'm down to A sets as opposed to the S, then hail, so well. There's really not much I need in this raid. Most of the stuff I've got, I'm just definitely going to get this submarine. Because I think it's going to be a bit of a game changer, to be honest. Just like the Apollo, well, not a game changer, no, that's probably wrong. I don't think it's going to be a game changer. What I think it's going to be is going to make your life considerably easier in the coming raids. I think it will make Tiger Sharks obsolete. In fact, that's not true, because obviously you can't put scatterguns on the new sub. But for everything else sub-related, you know, it's. I managed to get it up to 135 cloak efficiency. So you know, you're talking it's virtually invisible in sub battles. And that wasn't even trying on cloak efficiency. That was more about just randomly chucking things on ready for the next raid. The thing with Apollos, it's a lot of going around in circles, isn't it? Keep the speed up. Okay, so the megaship's definitely working okay in the 86, isn't it? Yes, please. A coffee would be nice. Driving Apollos backwards. How do you drive Apollos backwards? I just like making them do circles. I don't know, Tom, mate, about the S targets. All I can say is that this is an 86. So this is one down, isn't it? I've noticed that retargeting is not working so well either, actually, because normally you can retarget from one to another, so I can go in normally and... Well, that's not too bad, actually. That's okay. So damage-wise, that's reasonable. If I get 1,000,000 points per coin, that's generally quite acceptable as far as I'm concerned. You know, they've got to get some money, good God. It's a company at the end of the day. Everyone's got kids to feed. Way do at my age. Hello mate, good to see you again. Right, so there you go, there's an 86 done. Reasonable damage. Oh, that's my dog chasing rabbits. Okie dokie. Should we just look at that quickly and just see what that repair is? 12 minutes. Okay, well that's an instant fix if I was to go back in the dock. But to be honest, I'm not. Because I can't be bothered. So, in fact, what I didn't do was we'll just finish this A set and then we'll bite the bullet because I'm streaming, and we'll take a look at then the BS targets. Hi mate, how you doing, buddy? All right. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, you can sort of bull rush these lower, the A set targets, but then again, it's because I've only got a high level of defense on these, and I've got the Zoe's Apollo up front as well, which I managed to build in slow time. Built the hell up, well, most of it in slow time. That's not factually true, is it? It's not possible to build it in slow time and edit the XP today. So yeah, reasonable. Ooh. Great delivery of 1 cup of coffee. We like that. And that was the wife, by the way, just saying that my phone's going crazy. My phone's going crazy because everyone's on forums going crazy about the raid for obvious reasons. So yeah, so my Android phone's having an absolute mental breakdown. It went, oh. Now I don't know what other people think, but I've noticed that if you keep out of these, keep out of those. Yeah, you see that's damage. Look, if you keep out of those damn things, while it's just, it seems to be corrosive damage that those things kick out, which is not nice. I thought it was just like oil slicks the first time I hit them, but it's clearly not. Have I refitted my armour? No, I haven't touched it, mate. Nothing's changed since the last one. I can show you the build in a minute if you want. This is absolutely no change. I thought about it. Keep away from that top tower. It should die. Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, that target? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Must be something else somewhere. What have I missed? Is that? Oh, that stupid thing there. No, I haven't. We'll go back in and we'll look at the build of this. But I have posted my build a couple of times, so there's nothing new. And I haven't changed any of the armors or done anything at all. I've just mirrored it up. And the Zoe one is just a tank because I wanted to build it quicker. I sped up the blueprint for it for we'll give her an 80. for the VXP weekend, the last one, and then I slow built it for the rest of the time after that. I didn't need it, to be honest. Don't need that thing too much, do we? Not many hitting targets by the looks of it. There's a few, but not many. I can't imagine why. I think people are very nervous at the moment. So I'll, yeah, hello. That's a funny name. Let's speed these up. Yeah, well, I haven't obviously tried a 104 yet, and haven't tried a 106. Okay, because I was a little bit sort of dubious, but I'll flip down into comms. In fact, let's flip up comms and let's see what people are saying, because you know, whilst I don't mind streaming and I don't mind doing things, I'm not being a guinea pig, because that's not really what I'm here for. So, you know, I can put that up for you, and you can read the few lines of the chat as it's going along from sector comms. So I'm going to take a bit more damage this time because I ran through one of those flipping explosive oil wells, which I think I've got corrosive damage on them. They certainly do damage to a pilot, I don't know that if you drive through them. You really got to avoid the damn things. To be honest, the ships don't really do anything. Yeah, I might try one, but I'm dreading it. You know, they could have just turned up the heat in the 107s and left them alone and not actually put extra targets in. You know, really wouldn't have minded just turning up the heat a little bit more. You know, maybe taking off some of the bypass and that sort of stuff. You know, if they really want to get that excited about it, adding the 2 extra targets and then sneaking around and doing what they've done. I'll just hit that. It's not going to take much damage for that. Oh look, now I'm skating. That's not good. This will be a 2-coin fix without a doubt. In total. You know, you can do skill for driving and that sort of stuff, but to be honest, for me, I'm not. Not that I can't drive, it's the fact that I'm choosing not to drive too skillfully at the moment. I just want to get this A set over and done with. Retarget, please. Thank you. Okay. So, you know, gonna have to bite the bullet and give it a go, I suppose. You know, it's another way to just take our money. I mean, yeah. They don't intentionally want people not to play the game, that's the point. Well, that's the way I see it. Okay. But all in all, look, you know, points aren't too bad. That's only 2 sets, so you know it's feasible. You know, you can definitely get your points through doing this. Yeah. Well, okay. So actually, let's just send that back. The reason I'm going to send that is I want to turn the macro on because I hate driving and clicking the mouse because it's just annoying. I'd rather just turn the macro on and just wiggle the mouse around the screen. I don't think so, Carl, mate. But I am going to try one. But only one. However, the concern is let's have a quick look actually. Is anybody hitting them? That's the question. Well, they are. Okay. So we take a quick look. Somebody else can play the guinea pig instead. Well, that's not very helpful. He hit it. How many ships has he got left? He's nearly dead. And there's your answer. Because I was doing a mega ship for 2 coin. And he's virtually dead. And in all honesty, is that worth the extra fix? I don't think it is. Because doing an A set is not that long. So you probably bull rushed it from the top end, up here I would, and then rush in and kill that off. And then do the turrets. The turrets are the same, I don't think there's much difference in turrets. Why is he dancing around like that then? Oh, I know why. That's because that is a tank he's got there, and it can't hit anything. So he's going to go and hide. Right, well that was a waste of time watching that. Yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, I can't see any difference. Should we watch one more? Let's have a quick look. See if anybody's a bit... Well, there we go. That's a full one, isn't it? Where's his fleet? He's down here. He's just about to start, so... Or is he just sitting it out? I think he's just sitting it out, isn't he? Well, if they've removed the big gun, well, let's have a quick look. Because if they have, then I'll do A sets. Let's have a quick look. This will tell us. Well, that was far too close. Well, they've done the gun down, but they haven't removed the gun from the HC, have they? No, look at the damage he's taken already. No, he's a quarter damage already. He's only hit 3 ships. Yeah, they do, mate. Yeah, they do. Sorry, let's move across. So he's a third dead nearly already, and he's hit 3 ships. Wow. Has he got no armour on those though? Minor armour, don't forget. He's taking insane damage there. Look at that, 1 ship. Wow. Okay, not impressed with that personally. He is not even started the target yet. Not impressed, not impressed, not impressed. Right, let's just go in quickly. You know, I'm quite happy to take the 2.6 million points for 1 coin. Okay, it might take me 5 minutes extra quickly just to... well, I'll do that in a second if you don't mind. What I'm going to do is just try and fix up this macro, which is this program here. Keyboard 1 press. Well, it should all work. Why is it not working? Number keys are highlighted. Yes, they are. So keyboard 1 and press left click mouse button. Single click, single click, single click, single click. That should definitely work. I don't see anything wrong with that. Keyboard 1, keyboard 2, keyboard 3, keyboard 4, keyboard 5. So, and then press left mouse, left mouse. No, don't need that. Oh, that should definitely work. Why is it not moving ship 1? I'm not sure why it's not doing that. So we'll do. Yeah, we'll delete that one. Okay. We'll have another go. So we'll speed that up then. Interesting week. I'll tell you one thing. I think the open mic tomorrow night is going to be quite interesting as well. Especially if there was a hint from Liam earlier on that Raking was planning on coming on this weekend. I'm not sure that's probably a good idea. Yeah, I don't think I'll be hitting the S sets at the moment. I'm going to wait, I think, until tomorrow, because ultimately it's just too much damage, isn't it? Have I got 5 minutes on? Yeah. Yeah. So just to have a look at this fleet healer. So I made that one up as a bit of a tank, really. I made it as a reasonably strong, because I didn't have much weight left over. So it's quite reasonable and that sort of stuff. You know, the armor point 17700. Damage is irrelevant. That's not. It wasn't for that. It was just to give obviously the resistance to the rest of the abilities, which is quite good, and the attack fields and that sort of stuff. So it does give you know, good abilities and extra bits and bobs to the other fleets as well, which is quite nice. And that's my Apollo build, which is absolutely nothing special. And obviously I have got one Harrier in there. That's because I went for 2 D5Ms, and it's a trade-off. You know, put armor on. You know, they take longer to fix. Take the armor off. They're quick to fix, but they're also quick to die. So yeah. Logic. I don't think logic's really applied this week, to be honest, because do you know what the logic would have been? Would have been to say, do you know what, guys, we've made the targets harder. Be prepared. Why can't they just? I've said it so many times. Why can't they just say that to people? Does my head in. That's actually going to die, isn't it? So let's just bin it and take it off. Don't think it serves much purpose anyway. Okay, but I'm going to try this macro again. So what I'm going to try, I'm just going to quickly test it out and see if it's working properly. It should do. Yeah, they may have done. Yeah, the super holes might have goofed it. I really don't know, to be honest, mate. I'd like to have an answer myself. Yeah, I'd like to be able to provide you with an answer, but I can't. Are they moving now? That's better, isn't it? Now we've got all 5 going. Okay, so that macro keyboard link there was I'm pressing Control and F2, and that turns them on basically. So wherever I now move my mouse, I'm not touching the keyboard now. Those Apollos will move. So they just follow, and that's why I've got the guideline on basically, so I know which way I'm steering the darn things. So they sort of stay grouped together now, and I haven't got to touch my keyboard. There's no mouse clicking to do because it's doing it for me, which is why you're seeing the repetitive. Then Control F3 turns them off. So that's working. So that's much easier. One garrison, but thanks very much. Okay, so let's have a quick look here. And we'll go backwards. We'll go 86 down. And you're watching on the stream, which is great, and you know it's 40 odd people in there, which is good. But you could be rating yourselves. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. Some people may not be doing the raid. I don't know. So Control and F2, it's on. Just raise over there, spin them around a little bit, speed them up. There we go, we're up. Let's group them. Now that's much easier driving. That's much better. Much more relaxed. Means I can drink my coffee as well at the same time. Now the only thing we use in this macro program is if you want to move the screen, you've either got to try and drag it and click it quickly, or you need to turn the macro off fast. Move the screen and then turn it back on again. But you can see that for hitting HCs it's much easier. I'm not clicking at all, I'm just moving my mouse around. Not this is a macro tube by any sort of stretch of imagination, but I have got a stream for that if you want. Well, I did a video, it wasn't a stream, for doing macros. This is on our TFC website. No, I was trying to avoid that. He's looking Zoe. So this will be interesting. So here comes a rave of bullets, missiles. Yeah, see, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? That's deflecting most of those. That's acceptable. You know, you can't expect miracles. You can't expect everything for free, which I certainly don't. You know. Ah, someone's obviously in the 400s, aren't they? You've got a few minutes to go. I see. Well, I strongly advise then, if anybody's up in the 400s, keep away from the S targets. From what we've just seen, they're still bloody nasty. And if honestly, you know, I'm an advocate for the game, I'll tell you that now. Right? I'm very, very pro Battle Pirates. After 5 years, why would I not be? Am I pro Kixie? I'd like to be. If they do things right, I'll acknowledge the fact. If they do things wrong, while we don't need to bitch about it, we do need to highlight it, and we definitely need to send it in. And you know, I promise you, we do. We send in absolutely everything. What we see on the forums and our page isn't what we say when we send in information. But we don't rant, because ranting gets you nowhere. We highlight the issues, we send it in, suggest a fix maybe, hopefully we get listened to. It's not a guarantee, because ultimately the CEO of the company runs the company, and even Raken and those sort of stuff and Doom, they don't have the control of the ideas. If they get told to turn something out or turn something down, and the boss comes from upstairs downstairs and says do it, they'll have to do it. They might turn around and say told you so afterwards, but we'll never get to hear that. And to be honest, why would we? It's not our business. We're the customer, and they should listen to the customer, but you know, the only way you can control it is by playing or not playing. You know, profits hurt. You know, if you're turning off like I mean, the biggest thing that worked was when the Scourge came along. You know, the feedback from the Scourge was so massive. The second month, it just didn't handle it. You know. I'm not sure if there's always a key for this, because what I've done before also, I've also done, yes, I was doing bad, so I've took that crew off actually, I think I'm doing better. I can do this as well by putting on a, and tucking it in the corner and changing it and turning off ship number 1 on the macro. And you can put in a lead Kodiak, which is quite good, because then that doubles obviously your firing rate and gives you 50% missile protection as well. So the Savage Kodiak works very well for leading a set of well, I'm sure most of you actually know that, but you know, but with using the macro, it's easy because you can just tuck it down in the corner, and then you can just blat away and just get the bonus of it, but it's not getting in your way and it's not going to die, as long as you're clever enough to ensure that those ships don't go anywhere near you. Oh, so that might retarget. So what's damage is on this then? I reckon it's going to be an instant fix, don't you? Oh, we've got another set of targets here, they're down here. There we go, so I've got to sort of drag the screen up and that sort of stuff. That's the only thing that's wrong with this macro, but I can turn it off to do that if I want to. Just being lazy. So let's see if we can get some retargeting from this one. Scent tower. You died in about 10 seconds, mate. I did say don't go into the bloody things. Knock out the middle one? Yeah, that's good. We'll go around and take the top one. So you tried an S target, mate, did you? Okay. That's that one done. Control F3, turn it off and go back to normal mode. And that should be it. 2 HCs, is that it? Oh my god. No, see, I'm just not going to do it. I'd rather, you know, I'm nearly on 10 million points already, you know, and I'm taking my time at the moment because I'm obviously chatting at the same time. So by the time I've done this set, that'll be 5.9, 6.9, 7.9 plus the, you know, it's acceptable. So that's an 86 for 12 minutes fix. You know, I mean, to be honest, I can do this raid for free. Well, let's prove the fact. Okay, so let's recall that ship. Ooh, that was quick. He jumped. That's a little bit of game lag there. Do you see on the top bar this time? Zoe's actually shit out this time. Everyone's gone the other way this time. So whilst I've got a dock, you know, and that sort of stuff, you know, I can actually just do all this for nothing. And that's the top target. So you know, there's no reason why actually, you know, and I'd have been content to do the S sets and taking, like I said, you know, I'm generally happy to, you know, it's one coin per million is my, and I think most people at my end of the spectrum are content with that. If you're going to spend some coins, it's 1 coin per million, you know. And I'll get my raid done tonight. I'll probably finish it for the bits I want. Get a ship building, the sub. And once the sub's building, I won't even get put a torp on it yet. I'll just put a single thing. So I'll win the torp at the ship first, and then what I'll do is I'll put it into the build, and then just go and get some of the bits and bobs as well. And then when I finish mine, you know, then I'll just use the rest of the week helping other people out. So you know, in my alliance sort of stuff. So there you go. Look, so that's an 86 for nothing, you know. So you know, I've gone from don't mind paying them 1 coin per million for doing the S sets to actually now going to be doing this for nothing. So have they benefited from me? No, they haven't. Not at all. The only thing they've given me is some more seat time. Hey mate, how you doing? All right. Hey Rich. That's a good old friend of mine. So yeah, I mean, their loss is my gain, and the only thing I've got is a bit more seat time. But you know, to be honest, particularly for somebody who's not a prolific coin and that sort of stuff, you know, well, who cares about seat time? Ultimately, you know, if it don't cost you nothing, then you know that's a trade-off. Is LB hitting the A sets? Is he, mate? Sorry, LB is LeBaron's one of our alliance members, so he's probably hitting it. Or is he just, is that a ratio for what he's doing for the, is that S or A sets, mate? Maybe just slam straight through these actually, rather than keep jumping around. Oh, S sets, is it? Oh, do I risk doing it? Well, look, if this is going to be free, which it is, because I'm not going to charge, you know, let me go and smash some S sets in a minute and see what, because if it is one, so hang on a minute, that's going to be 10-hour fix then for 10 million, isn't it? I'm not going to like the look of the damage when I do it. I know I can see that already. Sorry, no, 5-hour fix. We're on raid time, aren't we? Of course we are. We're on half fix, aren't we? That's why I'm avoiding those torpedoes. Actually, they don't do a great deal. Yeah, I'm being a bit bull in the china shop here, but just get it over and done with. One thing I'm not doing is driving through those fields, like I said. Okay. You got the sub, mate. Ah, good on you. Is he building it already? Mind you, are an alpha. So I just need an 80 quickly. Okay, 9 minutes. Yeah. Where was it? I saw an 80 just a second ago. There we go. Yeah, Yeah, well, good on you, mate. That's good. Okay, it's going to take me a little while. Well, it won't do if I do two S's. I might go and spy on my friend LB in a minute and see how he's doing. Right. Some great names. So what's obviously missing is the fact that now they were saying the cannon on the HC was a concussive cannon. It's not ballistic. Because I was quite sort of thinking, so well, if it's for the next 6 days, what I might do is just go and change one of the plates over, which sometimes to do work to your fleet before you start doing a long raid like this. In the long run, it saves you an awful lot. But I'm not putting those big concussive plates on, they're expensive. Somewhat frustrated because I haven't actually ground a raid out in like this. Okay, this is not probably grinding to some people because it's still an A set. But when you can normally just go in and hit the top target and you're done in 2 hours. Which means you've got time to go and help other people or do business. That's clearly not the case at the moment. Slightly frustrating that the very top fleet that we're supposed to have to finish this raid set off is not really fit for purpose now. I'll just go and crash that top, it's annoying me. Hardly going to do anything, is it? It's going to be off one shot, I think. Okay, I'll have a look in it, mate. Just finish this target off quickly. Let's get that thing. Yeah, so this macro as well, if you just dance over a target, it highlights it for you, so it even targets the one that you've just highlighted, which is quite handy. So even if you're not driving towards it, which is not the best driving in the world, I don't do it and stuff like that, it'll still do it for you. I should retarget the second one, hopefully. Yep. There you go, it's a messy finish, but so well. Use the mega coin, yeah. Okay, so what are we up to now? Okay, so that's our 3rd set. Okay, reasonable. And if I wasn't chatting that sort of stuff and doing this, then what's the fix for that? So that's still going to be about the same sort of time. So while we're doing that, should we have a look and see if somebody else is should we see where he is? There he is. So a quick. Oh, I'll tell you what I should have done. Well, no, we'll view now we're here. I should have put on to fix first, shouldn't I? Oh, look at that damage. But he's almost done. ILB, mate. Okay, so how much was that? That's a question. Okay, well, I'm just waiting to type to see what he's got there. What I'll do is I'll jump back in. We'll fix up this fleet quickly, and you know, he's got a Zoe as well. I don't know what he's put on his Zoe as a comparative, but we'll take a look at the same sort of thing in a minute. And but my point's actually dead clear now, isn't it? You know, okay, you know, you pay the money, you invest in these fleets and that sort of stuff, and once you've got the fleet, you get to do the raid a little bit cheaper and that sort of stuff. So, no, a little bit easier. I wouldn't say cheaper, you know, because if you don't have these sort of fleets and you have to grind it out and that sort of stuff, or spend a bit more coin, then is that the cheaper way of doing it? I know which is the easier way of doing it. You know, you spend that sort of money and then you get the tokens, so you save time. You know, you get all this special, so you get a better build, and AKA the rich get richer, and the void gets bigger. Okay, let's launch. Okay, cheers, Rich mate. All the best, buddy. Right, come on. Let's go and try this, shall we? So yeah, go prep, I think. So we got 1.5 hours worth of damage. Is that what he reckoned? Okay. Right. Well, let's go and have a look then, shall we? Let's find one. Well, I better go out of sector, I think. So I tend to bookmark lots of drag places before the raid starts, just to make my life a bit easier in various sectors. And there we go. There's some there. So really move here. Well, yeah, of course I will. I'm more than happy to show you the build, mate. I'm more than happy. The only thing is, it's now out on the sea. So when I go back in, yeah. So yeah, I have a set way of doing these targets. I don't think I'm going to change, even if it is the HC that does the mess. Now the thing is, if the scattergun isn't any more stronger, then I might just bull rush the HCs as well. It depends on how strong they are, because if those are concussive cannons and they're firing me, the idea is to kill the bloody HCs as fast as you can, isn't it? So I might just charge out the damn things. So, well, might is the word. So we'll do a 106, okay, because that's the top target. And my starting point is normally about there. I'll be coming at about 5 o'clock ish, between 4 and 5 o'clock. Oh well, here goes everything, eh? Let's take a look. Do you want to play the last post now? So bear in mind that last A set cost me nothing, okay? Because obviously I went back in and I fixed. So typically there's normally 2 ships that will come down from the left flank, from the left side. They'll be coming in from the bottom somewhere in a minute. Well, they should be. Let's make sure these are crewed up together. Yep. Well, they haven't. So normally 2 ships start already, but that hasn't happened. Those 2 there normally trigger by themselves, but that hasn't been the case. So hopefully they can't turn too well. Ooh, they can certainly move though, can't they? Well, that's okay. That's acceptable. Did I trigger off any of those things? I don't know if I did. Scatterguns. Well, I did now. 3. Right, so I'm going to kite all 3 of those, don't I? 4. Run! Well, it's an experiment, isn't it? So let's go to trigger again because I've not killed it quick enough. There we go. That's all right. So scatterguns are dead. Nearly. They are now. Let's get rid of this last HC. Last time I was just ignoring the HCs, I was just running straight through them because the damage they kick out is so minimal. Once you've got your buffs up and your defences. Bloody Scattergun just kicked me there, didn't it? You little bugger. So it looks like the ships are going to be causing the biggest problem, isn't it? I don't think the actual mega hull is. I don't see any issues with that as of yet. Now if I play clever here, I might be able to get some retargeting and kill off some of those HCs. It's going to take a bit of practice, isn't it? Wow, that's a lot of damage. Maybe I can kill that mega ship, it is annoying me. Okay, so I'm half damaged, I've just bitten the bottom end off, that's what I've done. But I have got rid of a lot of the ships, I have to say. They are super fast, aren't they? Wow. If this continues like this, I might have to... yeah, see that's the Zoe gone now, and I think I'm going to die very quick. I might have to up the arm on the Zoe and take one plate off the Apollos. No, I'm not doing that, it's just too much money. There's another ship gone, so now the firepower's going down, so is my phalanx, it's going down. And obviously now, because I'm losing ships, I'm also not got half anywhere near as many countermeasures. Down to my last two ships. And what if I manage to hit the bottom end of the target and kill the fleet? I mean, I'm going to go for him to finish it off, which means I'm now going to have to do a 104 as well, otherwise I'm not going to complete the haze set and get the bonus. Mind you, I haven't run any crews, I have to say. Boom. And there we are, we're out. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you get more damage from the bloody Rhino. Okay, now I built that on purpose so that you can do it. Remember I said when I build all my fleets, I always do it so that they're just under the hour mark or under the half hour mark, so you haven't got to waste, you know, there's nothing worse than saying it's 4 hours and, you know, 31 minutes because there's an extra coin. So I always do it exactly under. Come on then. Well, I can see me going back to the A sets. Because I'm not putting up with this. And Kexy can kiss my royal ass. As much as I love the game, I don't love it that much. So this will test now. We'll go straight in and pile in and get that thing firing. This will test whether the megaship has gone back down to its original damage threat rate. Yeah, it has. Because I was taking no damage whatsoever before from a megaship. They couldn't get at me at all. However, they are also firing some pretty powerful. So they've upped actually the damage on those as well, because I wasn't taking any damage. Look at those there. So the megaship has got much stronger weapons on it. Okay, well that answers my freaking question. You can poke these right up your jacksy. I ain't gonna be doing these. I've got a wife and kids to feed. That's nearly already killed the Apollo. The Zoe Apollo. In fact, they've changed it, haven't they? That's different. It was a scatter turret, or they moved it. No, in fact, that turret there, yeah, it's got different. It's a different weapon on the mega hull now. I need to get there and kill it. It's getting ridiculous. Flipping like I can't even kill the damn thing. I've not enough ships left. Oh, no way, that's just crazy. That's just ludicrous. Two fleets for one target. Are you having a freaking giraffe? That's just ludicrous. Well, I'll just cut it off. Do me any. So when I prep these, then you can see that it's got the shipyard there. That's what I generally leave behind. Just let the shipyard just go and kill it. Oh yeah. I'll just come back in and kill you in a second. That's ridiculous. No, I'll go. Building two Apollos is not a mistake on your part. Building two Apollos was fine. Changing the damage. Yeah, so that's 20 coins. I didn't spend that long on the whole raid last time. Yeah. Ooh, I'm just so happy. Well, this will be a once and once only. It's definitely going to be A sets, which I don't mind. In fact, this is taking as long as probably doing an A set anyway. Easily. Ooh, slightly annoyed. I'm not one for getting annoyed. See, the turrets are no different than before. They haven't changed those, I don't think. I'm not taking any more damage than I'd have beforehand. Can I retarget and kill the whole one? No, I can't. So there's a difference there, because I was retargeting and taking out a whole target before. So I can't do that now either. So that's interesting. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. No, see, I can't even take out a full target now, which I could before. But I don't think they're giving any more damage, to be honest. Got left just this bit over here. Just. That's 20 coins. Okay, I've not got a greasy monkey on. I have got a couple of those, but even so. Not impressed. 20 coins for one target. And that's, yeah. Good God, they're fast. You know, so if this was giving me the 10 million, which is not, because I've got to do the other ship yet. So I'm going to do this now and then work out what the coin hit rate is going to be. I'll tell you what it's going to be. Unimpressive, that's what it's going to be. Hello, Silver, who you are. No, that's my point. So that's cost me. Well, okay, that isn't too bad, but it's still a coin. So that's cost me 20. Is that right? Has that just cost me 20? I'll have to read it back up. Has that just cost me 21 coins for one target? Good God! Right, 104. Now bear in mind this is a lower number than the previous one. You'd like to think this is going to be easier. So if this is what they're doing, just imagine what's coming in the FM. Or is that just the Seal of Doom from me? The Seal of Doom Rooster, more like it. So this is probably like an 87 with the amount of, yeah it is, it's like an 87, so there's less targets. But if it's less, it needs to be less ships as well. Oh, see, they're alright, they're manageable. Look, look. Okay, they're still firing. But actually, they're not as fast, are they? Nowhere near it. Or, do you know what could have happened? If someone's already killed one of these 104s off, this is what can happen. Unless they reset all the targets and take them off the map, the original target is still there and it's just as bad. And it doesn't reset and give you the revised target until someone's killed off the other one. However, those Zoe runners are doing some proper nasty damage to my poor little ship. So I'm going to have to turn and run away so it's not the lead ship and it's not taking all the damage. Otherwise I'm not going to have it for much longer. Well, I'm going to have to take this one on, I'm afraid, otherwise I'm not going to be able to escape. Yeah, my Zoe Apollo is nearly dead, which just doesn't happen normally. It's like they're targeting it on purpose, because it's got the lower health. Well, this is not good, is it? Because I'm already half dead in this proxy target. And what's on these cannons? Let's have a look, see if we can get close enough to see the damn thing. See, that's the advantage of blade missiles over switchblades. So in there, you've got absolutely choked out, and your switchblades just wouldn't have been firing at all. Because you'd just be doing counter, 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 counter. This is not going to go well. I'm not going to do the whole of this one either. Although I get it was 23 minutes damage before I went in, but even so. This is going to be my one and only S set, I think. Unless I read somewhere tomorrow that they've dumbed them down a little bit. Serious, come on. Okay, so just watch the health bar when I hit this rhino, see what happens. Yeah, you cheeky little buggers. They are not pleasant, are they? So I can't outrange. Nope. Okay, so he's dying a bit quicker. Watch those scatterguns at the top. Oh, get back out there, you. You're going to get splattered with a scattergun, which you just did. Not exactly impressed at all. Goof that up. Well, it may just die now. Okay. Third time, isn't it? Agreed? Yeah. Oh no, you have a giraffe. I missed it. Okay, that's really bloody annoying. I have to book that mark. Right, I'm gonna cut loose, guys. That's long enough, to be honest. Or do you want to see the end? Literally, the end. It's not good, is it? To be honest. Particularly unimpressed at the moment. I hope no one takes it either, because I'll be pretty pissed if they do. It looks like it's a pretty dead sector, to be honest. Fortunately, I've hidden the sector, so no one's going to know where it is. Yeah, God almighty. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? And also now I've got the slow boats from China now, because I missed bloody sort of my ship out. Why can't you stop it and just fix it? It's just now snailing its way back to my base. Yeah, bullseyes I can do, yeah, and you know, I can use a bullseye crew, but you shouldn't have to rely on crews. That's expecting. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not. If you want to go for the top sets, you should be able to roll for the crews. If you get the crews, you can do the top sets. You know, trying to think logically here rather than just rant. I don't know. It's not as good as I thought. And they certainly haven't dumbed them down as much as I was hoping. You know, my point is, why put such a massive set of prizes in when actually you're going to actually stifle probably 95% of your community? I don't think the prize numbers are going to be very high. The uptake, like, you know, how far have I got to go now? Still got 2 minutes to go. All right. Um, 2 minutes. What else can I do for 2 minutes? God only knows. I want to go back and hit that target, and I want to see what the total cost is going to be. It's lucky they toned him down. Yeah. I'm not sure what crews I've got. Let's have a quick ganders actually. What have I got here? Let's have a look. Well, I've got. I didn't even get around to rolling them all too. Got some rubbish there. Nope, I haven't got a single grease monkey because I've not been thinking about it. Well, that's good, isn't it? I've got plenty of uranium, but you know. But if I go back to A-sets, I don't need any crews. Nothing at all. I don't need a crew. Is my R&D finished? I think it does, isn't it? It has. Oh no. No, it's not. No, we've still got plenty of time left on that yet. And that's the last one for a while, my R&D, which is, you know, not too bad. I mean, I did the A-sets last time, and I didn't. Sorry, the S target. Sorry, I did the S target last time. I didn't need a single crew, at all, you know. And I was going out and smashing them, and I was quite content to put up the amount of damage I was getting, that sort of stuff. And I was going out and doing 3 or 4, then coming back and fixing, you know, for the 4 million. So I was getting about 12 million for about 10 coins, which just hits about right, doesn't it? You know, like I said, you know, something around about the 1 coin per million is pretty acceptable. Now I've not even finished this A set. I'm still waiting for my slow boat to China to come back. Where is it? Oh, it's nearly there. And I've got to go back again and finish it off. Now I've died. This is the 3rd time, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah, it's the 3rd time. Which is, oh, it just beggars belief. It really does. You know, I've had some grease monkeys, yeah, but I mean they don't last forever. It's a long ass raid as well, isn't it? You know, if you want to help your alliance out and that sort of stuff, you can't just keep rolling grease monkeys. You can't have 50 of the dumb things. Yeah. Well, in all honesty, if you're going to spend out, I could just press go, couldn't I? There you go. That's not bad for timing, is it? Eh? 4 hours 59 and 55 seconds. That's what you call building a fleet. So, you know, it couldn't be. You know, I had 5 seconds to spare. That's not bad. I don't know if that chat was on about. Hey, Butcher's on. So there we go. So that was 10, 20, 30 coins. 30 coins so far. Somebody wants to look at the build quickly. I don't know if he's still on, but I can't remember who it was, to be honest. Somebody said about it. So that's my standard Apollo fleet. Everything on it is R15. Anyway, not really ever too much. I'm going to go get that target and finish it off. And then go back to A-sets. Someone watching the stream's probably jumped in now and took it. Oh, it's still there. Whoever you are, Horatio. Where's the that's the relay, there it is. Excuse me, I'll have a drink of coffee. Yeah, so don't forget tomorrow night, while we're waiting for this, is 10 o'clock, we've got the open mic. I'm sure that's going to be interesting. GD Rikins was considering on coming on, as he spoke to us in the after show on Tuesday. That'll be interesting if he does that as well. He's a very brave man if he does. However, if he thinks he can justify, you know, the situation will change. Clearly, he isn't Kixeye. He is an employee of Kixeye. He's a game designer. Okay. He isn't the CEO, and he doesn't make the policy. He's just a worker, the same as the rest of us. So, as in the rest of us that go to work, not as in like I'm part of Kixie because I've got nothing to do with the company whatsoever. I'm not even in the right country. That was the right one. I'm hoping so. No, that was my tiger sharks. No, I don't think so. Somehow I'll be hitting them with this. Tiger sharks possibly soon to be consigned to the thank you very much, they were nice while I had you, but I think I might leave you behind if I get this Hellwraith sorted out. So much for me actually just whizzing through it and getting this flipping whole building in 2 hours. That isn't going to happen, is it? Because I'm nearly 2 hours in already. Well, there's no ships left, it's just a few turrets, so this will be a good little combat indicator. Well, that one did die this time, that's okay. I could say last time I was retargeting and definitely managing to kill off an extra turret every time. Obviously the angle of approach is important. See if it works this time as well. Nope. There's no reason why it shouldn't. In the right line-up, sitting at 12 o'clock to the target behind, that will probably do it though. Yeah, that one did. These ones are too spaced out, you can't do these. So it proves the fact, look, because we've just got turrets back in here now, and to be honest, I'm not taking any massive damage, am I? So we know for a fact then that it's definitely the fleet, which means they've turned it up so they can turn them back down. Because the community's not going to be happy about this. And then they've obviously spiked the megaship as well, because the megaship I was getting 0 damage off the megaship. Oh, there is some more ships. Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I honestly think I could probably auto an A-set. Okay, look at this. I've just crashed into 3 scattergun turrets. I'm really not making a pretty job of it at all because I'm bored. Sorry, my microphone's too close then. I even missed that one as well. Damn. That was pretty poor driving. Not concentrating. And I'm still not taking a huge amount of damage. Quite the opposite, in fact. Yeah, not getting the retargeting factor, am I? Okay, so there we go. So that's that finished. Now there's just 4 ships left. Let's see the damage I get from 4 ships. So let's kill that one early so the other one doesn't get to retarget off of it. So there you go. I'm taking as much damage off those 4 ships as I did the rest of that blooming base. Victory. I don't really consider that a victory. I consider that ridiculously expensive. So we've done 30, haven't we? Okay. Okay, we're at 80 million, but that's not the point. That's not what I don't really care about the points at the second. That's not the issue here. 32 coins. Okay, so that's tripled my expenditure. Tripled my expenditure. Well, sorry, that's the first and last I'm doing that. I'm not doing that because I can spend 32 coins for 10 million, or I can spend nothing. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going for the nothing. Right, I think we're going to hold it there. That's probably long enough. That's an hour and 45 minutes. Otherwise, that's 6 hours of streaming in 1 week. So that's far too long, to be honest. Yeah, blooming crazy is all I can say. Triple the damage compared to this time last month. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, seriously unimpressed. Right, so I'm going to stop it there. Then I'm going to go and yeah, you're welcome, guys. I hope that helped some of you and that sort of stuff. You know, my strong advice then is to keep the goddamn away from the S targets until you see something that says we've put them back to normal or we've reduced them considerably. You know, whilst there was a bloody bug and the countermeasures weren't working, got that. They've done the ships down. Well, if they've done the ships down, my God, how much did? How about 86? So how much? No, I can do an A set for free. I did 2 A sets. I mean, I'll stop the stream and it should go back on live in a minute. But you can go back further back in the stream, and I was doing A sets for, you know, the 86 was 12 minutes. I did the whole thing for a 12-minute fix. You know, and I can go in. You know, if I was going to play that game, I would just go and stack up and not even dock, and I'll go and stack up 10 86s. I'll do that in about 20 to 30 minutes. You know, and then I'll just go in and fix that once. I certainly ain't going to do it any other way. You know, so they've lost revenue. Foolish, absolutely foolish. You know, and that's the first thing I'll be telling Riken as soon as I speak to him. Absolutely crazy. Okay, right. That's enough chatter. You're probably bored yourselves, bore you to death. Thanks for coming on. Like I said, please tune in for tomorrow's open mic session where we'll have a good chat about things that have gone right and haven't gone right, and you know, I will be definitely already building my sub by then, and then yeah, with a bit of luck, we'll. I'm not going to build it for. Like I said, if you saw my sub build stream, which I did, is I'm just going to put a single torp on it, basically, plow on the armor, put on an engine, and then wait for the VXP weekend, and that's it. I'm doing nothing else apart from that. And the only reason I'm definitely putting on the armor is because, as you know, VXP, the best way to get them to rank quickly is to give them as much defense as they can possibly hold, and then kill them off. Literally just kill them off and then let them fix overnight, or let them fix during the day, and then go and kill them off again. That sort of stuff, you know, and put a 2-star salty crew on it, rather than going and trying to kill things or kill the fleets around the portal towers. So, right, thanks for tuning in, and I will speak to you again soon, no doubt. Take care, everybody.